Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. I think this will be the last apartment for just a little while. I have done 5 or 6 of these, I think, over the past month, and I think that's enough for right now. I went on a spree. I was having so much fun. But anyway, we are at 17 Culpepper House in MyShuno, and we are renovating this apartment for a single dad and his 4 daughters. And this was an idea that I got from my very dear friend, Rachel Ped. I quite literally messaged her and I was like, I need apartment ideas now, please. And she gave me the idea for a single dad and a bunch of daughters, basically. There was no number. I just decided on 4 because I wanted it to be kind of a busy, chaotic household. And I think that's absolutely what we achieved. I've also done a very similar floor plan to this before in this apartment, and I believe it's actually part of my save file. It's for 8 Sims, though. I've done this apartment for 8 Sims. Thank goodness for bunk beds. That's pretty much all I can say. But yeah, I've done a very similar floor plan before. So you walk right in to this very kind of colorful, but still cozy living space. I really, really enjoy it. I liked kind of creating an L-shaped couch out of this cats and dogs couch. And then I just started putting a ton of clutter on top of these floating shelves, like this little popsicle stick flower thing for Parenthood. I was thinking that, of course, one of his daughters made that for him at some point. There's like little trinkets like that around this apartment too, which I thought made it a lot more realistic in that sense. Now, the daughters themselves, I was thinking that there was one preteen. I've been going towards preteens lately compared to teens. I don't know why. I don't know. That was a good age, I guess. I don't know. For me, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, maybe a preteen, a child, and then 2 toddlers. So he's got like a bunch of younger daughters. Maybe the oldest is like 12, maybe 11 or 12 or something. And her younger sister, who is a kid, is perhaps 7. Maybe 7 or 8. I think that's kind of a nice gap. And then there are the 2 toddlers who I was envisioning as twins. So I'm thinking they're maybe like 2.5, 3 years old. Oh man, this would be a very chaotic household. Let me just say that. This would be nuts. But yeah, I added a bunch of like kids things in the living space. We've got that kid chair right on the corner. There's a little laundry nook right over here, which I didn't do the last time I did this similar layout, which I really liked. I like that little laundry nook. There are little kid art supplies and pencils and stuffed animals and the little flower with, I think it's a little dog vase or something, or a pig or something like that. I just thought it was so, so cute. I think that the kids have pretty much taken over this entire apartment. And honestly, when you have that many kids, I feel like it's inevitable. They've even taken over somewhat the kitchen. Not extensively, but the kitchen is actually very small. Now, I was not able to get a dining room table with enough seats for everybody. I don't think that would be realistic because I would need 6 seats for all of the Sims to be able to sit at the dining table at the same time, especially when the toddlers were older, and there was no way that was going to happen. So I tried to get 4 seats in here, but I end up actually putting the table more so against that wall to the left, which means that there are only 3 seats here. There are going to be some Sims sitting on the sofa watching TV while they eat. It's just the way it's going to be because there's no way. But I do really like the kitchen. I didn't do this exact layout before either. There's a lot more counter space than I was anticipating, which is nice. And when I say more counter space, I mean there's like 1 counter, which is all I could really expect here. But I really did go nuts with clutter in this one because I just thought it was so appropriate. So I put some more floating shelves above the dining table. I put that little dry erase calendar right there next to the fridge, trying to keep track of all the girls' schedule. Like one's got soccer practice, one has, I don't know, like arts and crafts club after school. The younger girls are in daycare maybe 3 out of the 5 days during the week if one of them is sick, and then he has to coordinate like working from home or going into the office. And I just think it's constantly chaos, but in like the best way possible. I think he tries so hard to provide the best life for his girls that he possibly can. And I also feel like he let them choose a lot of the decorations in the apartment too. Like this is not his doing. I feel like the girls chose a lot of different things, like the curtains or like the color of the rug. That rug is not one that I would pick out at the store, but maybe one of his daughters was like, yeah, that yellow one looks really nice, Dad. Like I like yellow. And he was like, cool, I'm just gonna get it. Sounds great. Sounds good. I also added a high chair in here really just for show because it is kind of sort of against that wall, which means your Sims won't be able to get behind it to place a toddler in it. But I thought it just showed that, there are some younger Sims here and that things are just, kind of messy. I added those used mugs that he just has not gotten a chance to clean yet in the sink because they have no dishwasher either. I'm just realizing I didn't give them a dishwasher. Could you imagine? There's so many dishes to clean all the time. I know there are people who grew up without dishwashers in giant families, and I just tip my hat off to your parents because that is a lot. That's a lot. I grew up with a dishwasher and I still had to wash dishes by hand sometimes, and it wasn't great. Didn't enjoy it. And then I was also in an apartment when I lived in Florida very briefly that did not have a dishwasher, and I was doing dishes every day, and I didn't realize how much I was taking a dishwasher for granted when I had one. I have one now. Very, very grateful. It is a miracle. But yeah, this kitchen is very cluttered. There's a few different floating shelves above the countertops as well. And now this is also the one and only bathroom. I keep laughing because, man, this would honestly be difficult. This would be so difficult to live in. But yeah, there's a bigger single bathroom. So I wanted to make it a little bit more spacious because there are so many Sims that live here. And I think that the girls painted that little linen storage thing off to the side because they really liked purple. They also picked out the shower curtain, and I don't know, I just wanted to make it look as though the kids had a lot of decision making when it came to how the apartment looked because their dad just had no idea what to do. And that's not me playing into any kind of stereotype. I feel like he just really didn't care what the apartment looked like. He just wanted to have a nice roof over their heads, and he knew that this was going to be kind of an expensive unit because it was bigger. So he decided that the girls could go to maybe like a thrift shop or go to like an art supply place and just pick things out so they could paint pieces of their own furniture and make decisions as to where they live, so it would just feel a little bit more like their space because there's only so much customization that you can do in an apartment to begin with. But yeah, that was the bathroom, and then this is going to be Dad's room. And I think Dad went to essentially IKEA or something like it, picked out the bed frame and picked out the dresser, and then grabbed the end tables from like the flea market in the Spice District or something. Same with this chair. I think he got this recycled chair somewhere because he just really doesn't care at all. But he did want his space to be a little less cluttered, I guess we can say. He does end up having a pretty cluttered wardrobe over here, but it's like the only place he can keep his things away from all the kids. So that was my logic. He does have a mug in here that I think one of the daughters painted for him at some point because it's got little sunflowers on it. He has a box of just miscellaneous stuff that he hasn't gone through yet. He's got his watch, his glasses, some cologne, some magazines and things. And then I also end up putting one of those decorated plates from Parenthood up here a little bit later because it's got like the handprint, the little hearts. So I was thinking it was a gift that one of his daughters made for him at some point for like Father's Day, which I thought was really cute. And I also, what else did I give him? I gave him... No, I was trying to think of something. I thought I gave him something else, but I really didn't. So never mind. We're moving on to one of the very first daughter's rooms. So one room has the preteen and the child, and then the other room has the two toddlers. So the first room is going to be for the preteen and the child. And they do have bunk beds because that is the most efficient use of the space, at least in my opinion. It was going to be very difficult to coordinate and reorganize this room to have them have separate beds. So they do have bunk beds, but I really liked them. I loved using this very two-toned wallpaper from the pastel pop kit that we just got recently. I really liked it. It was kind of a nice color combination, and I ended up using these bunk beds yet again from Dream Home Decorator because I really liked the swatch on the comforter and I liked the lighter wood tones, and it pretty much sparked the color scheme for the rest of this room as well, which was a lot of lighter woods, white accents, and pink. And I think pink was the doing of the younger sister. I feel like the 7 or 8-year-old is obsessed with pink, and the preteen was just like, you know what? I understand I have to share a room with my sister, so she can do whatever she wants. Like, she wants the room to be pink. I really don't care. As long as I have my own desk. Like, as long as I have my own desk to like do homework or use my laptop that I that I just got for like a birthday present or something. I really don't care. So she pretty much let her younger sister design the whole room or pick things out. And she kind of helped as well. I think the older sister, now I don't think this is necessarily a positive or a negative thing, but I think she's really taken on the role of being more of a role model for her younger sisters because for whatever reason, their mother is not around. I don't know if she passed. I don't know if she's just not involved. I have no idea. I didn't get that deep into the story, but I feel like she's a lot more mature for her age than you would anticipate. And to be fair, I think it's due to the trauma of whatever happened, or if her mom left or something happened, I have no idea. But she's a very responsible child or preteen, and I think that she's also just very compassionate. I think she's really understanding, and that's why she let her younger sister pretty much decorate however she wanted. She even let her have the top bunk. So the younger sister has the top bunk, and the preteen is down on the bottom bunk. But yeah, it's covered in posters. We have different like posters, calendars, toys all over the place. We've got some night lights, and yeah, the preteen just wanted her little portable tablet and a space to use it with an additional monitor just in case. Maybe she's into, I'm not going to say gaming. I was thinking maybe she's into like digital art or something like that. Maybe when she becomes a teenager, she will want to get like one of those big digital sketch pads that we have in the game. That might be kind of nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that room. And then this is going to be the toddler's room. And it is, again, kind of like pink and purple was the color scheme that we went for. And they just have minimal decorations, honestly. They do have the toddler blocks, though, so they have an activity. They have a Wabbit tablet. They got everything that they need, as well as some additional toys. And there was also a creativity table for the younger sister because I think she's also into art. So maybe that's also how they bond, the preteen and the child. They both kind of like art and drawing and doodling. So maybe that's something that they'll maintain a bond over. I have no idea. And yeah, just gave them the toddler blocks, added some toys on top of this little cubby organizer, and that is pretty much it for this build, I think. I think that's pretty much it for this build. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
No sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty. I can't see, I'm blinded by this concrete. And I should call you, see what you've been up to. I've been wondering, how far did you go in 7 months? I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am, not knowing how to move on without you. Without you. New face, same old good anxiety. Where's your irony? Just smile wide, 'cause I got everything I need, but not what I wanted. 'Cause I just want